Hey, welcome back to the Greg McAfee Show, where we discuss steps to successful entrepreneurship, how to take your business to the next level, whatever that level might be, and ultimately follow your dreams. Okay, so we are in my temporary, I don't know how long temporary means, but we are in my temporary podcast room. Content is the most important thing. So don't worry about the visual as much as the content, because I bring you some pretty good content today, and it's titled, You Can. Hey, this is Greg McAfee, and welcome to the Greg McAfee Show. Now let's get started. Some of you, rather, are getting ready to throw in the towel. You're getting ready to tap out. So this is for everyone, but this is especially for you. You know, since I sold McAfee Heating, Air, and Plumbing back in June, I put in my 90 days that I said I would stay, and I am out of there now, officially out. Actually, we have a what we started almost 10 years ago called Truck or Treat, where we used to bring in trucks from different companies, and they would pay a fee to be there, and they would hand out candy to kids. It's a very safe environment, daytime, Saturday environment for basically Halloween. And we had thousands of people attend this thing on our property. It was a cool event. Today is Truck or Treat. It's my last one. I said I would be there. My wife and I, Naomi, are going to operate the entry gate, basically, a booth where we sign everybody in and they get to win prizes and stuff like that. So it's going to be cool, but it's my last one. So this is, I'm at Platinum RV Storage Facility, and it's my new business, which I might talk a little bit about today, but I'll tell you this. I have less employees, less stress, and I get to do what I do best, and that's growing a business from scratch. That's my calling. That's what I love to do. I've only been here a little over a week, so right now I'm just kind of putting things together, putting my office together, hanging some pictures, stuff like that. I haven't even got out and made phone calls or knocked on doors or stuff like that to get this place growing, and that's what I've got to do, and that's what I love to do. So anyway, you can. For the most part, I'm talking to business owners. Not everybody that watches or listens to this podcast is a business owner. Some of you are going to be business owners. Some of you just like the content, but most of you are business owners, and most of you are either an HVAC pro, a plumber, an electrician, a remodeler, a roofer. Most of you started from scratch. Some of you acquired a business, but it doesn't matter. Either way, if you've heard you can't, buckle up, because today we're flipping that script. I want you to think differently. Let's be honest. When you started or purchased your business, how many people doubted you? If you're like me, many doubted. I didn't have any business education. I didn't have college. I didn't have enough heating and air experience. I didn't have a lot of things that most people think they need to have to start a business. But it could have been family, it could have been friends, it could have been different people, bankers, whatever. But people say things like this to new business owners or new business wannabe starter-uppers. They say things like, that market's already saturated. It's going to be tough for you. Or you don't have the experience, the capital, what you need to start a business. And by the way, most businesses fail in the first 5 years, so you better be ready to fail. Guess what? Those are people that never have started a business. Those are people that rarely take a risk and go out and do anything different. But I learned this. You don't need a cheerleading squad to build something great. You just need belief. You need grit. And I believe you need God. Now, there are a lot of businesses that start without God in their lives of the entrepreneur. But for me, I needed God. I could not have done what I did for 35 years at McAfee without God in my life and leaning on Him more than myself. I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm sitting too low. I'll adjust that next week, but it's got to look funny. So let them talk. You've got work to do. Okay? Here's the thing. You already have the advantage. Most people don't. You're betting on yourself. You have confidence in yourself. Hopefully you do. I mean, you can't do this thing without confidence in yourself. That alone puts you ahead of the pack. That alone will help you be successful. You've got to have confidence in you. Now, you don't have to know everything. Oh my gosh, you don't have to know. You need confidence. You need a plan, that's for sure. People will argue with me. You need a big business plan. No, you don't. You need a plan. Write it on a piece of paper. Here's what I want to do. Here's my goals. Here's my dreams. There are differences between goals and dreams. Goals are specific. Dreams are out there, Man, I dream, you could dream, I want 100 employees or I want 50 trucks, whatever it is. Dream, just dream. Right now you have one truck. Maybe you don't even have a truck yet. But you don't need a lot. You don't need every tool in the shed to get started. I didn't have an office. I didn't have air conditioning in my truck. I had a kitchen table and I had a truck, a used truck. I've learned that you can build something wonderful when you stop saying I can't and you start saying I'll learn it, I'll figure it out, I'll outwork the next guy. That's the formula. It's called confidence plus competence plus calling. It's a calling. It's got to be a calling. Equals results. And then you can. You can do this. Don't throw in that towel yet. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. Pray about it. Think about it. Hang in there. You say, Greg, I'm over my head. I don't have enough cash flow. That's all right. The next job might come in Monday that gives you enough cash flow. Who knows? Or not Monday, but the next day, whatever day it is there. Today's Saturday, like I said. But let's bring this home, business owner. If you believe you can, the Bible has more instructions, by the way, than any other business book written on how to start a business and how to be successful in a business, how to grow a business. And Philippians 4:13 says this, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I can do all things. It doesn't say some things. It doesn't say a few things. It says all things. But you've got to believe that. Remind yourself of that verse every single day. Times will get hard. It's not easy. Nothing is easy about this. Nothing's easy about starting a business, growing a business, running a business, managing a business. Nothing is easy. Now, I loved what I did for many, many, many years. And when you love what you do, you work through those hard times. It's not, you don't complain about them. You deal with them. It's part of your job. When you combine God's strength with your grind, you become unstoppable. It's kind of like that little mouse and a big elephant crossing the bridge. And they go across this rickety bridge, and that bridge shakes, and they get across. And that little mouse looks up at that big elephant and says, we shook that bridge, didn't we? That's me. I'm that little mouse. God is a big God. We do great things together. So let's talk real world business impact. Confidence in yourself and your company changes things. How you price your services. If you're confident, your services, you will charge a good price for your service. I'm not going to tell you what that price is, but it's a good price. For many years, our prices were fair. I'd say for the first 5 years, I didn't know what I didn't know. Nobody taught me this. So I'd say for the first 5 years, my prices were extremely low. I did whatever it took to survive. I don't know how I survived, but with God's help, I survived. But then I learned more, and our prices were very competitive. But then I learned more, and our prices were higher than most because we were better than most. My confidence level was high in my company. We're not chucking a truck. We were a very professionally managed company. How you hire, how you train, how you sell, how you lead. Customers don't buy from the lowest price. Oh, there's a few who do, but not my customer. Not my kind of customer. My kind of customer wants quality. Right here at Platinum RV Storage Facility, our prices aren't low. I put millions of dollars in this facility. It's insulated. It's climate controlled. It's got a gate. It's secured. I've got a dog park for people. I've got solar power. It's an image thing. It's a brand. I've got a generator for backup. If the power goes out, you can still get in the gate. You can still open your door. The floors are floored. The floors are sealed. I've got a place to come into and use the restrooms. I've got a place that looks like a very luxurious place. It is a luxurious place. I'm confident in that. My prices aren't low. You're not renting a barn. You're renting a individual, secured, climate-controlled facility with a camera in it. You can pull it up on your phone anytime and look at your toy. I did the same thing at McAfee. How you sell determines how you're making an impact and your confidence. How you lead. Customers don't buy from the lowest bidder. Like I said, they buy from the most believable company, the one that will stand behind its word. You can't convince others to trust you if you don't even believe in yourself. You have to have confidence in what you do. Confidence says this: I'm not the cheapest, but I'm the best. Confidence says this: I might not have 50 trucks, but I'll outcare and outserve every one of them who do. And confidence closes deals. It scales businesses. And it multiplies your income. And multiplies your income. And multiplies your income. If you've been sitting around wondering, can I grow this business? Can I survive the season? Can I compete with the big guys? The answer is yes, you can. If you believe you can, you can. You've got to have confidence. You've got to step out. It takes risk. It takes thinking different than everyone else. You can do this. Don't throw in the towel yet. It's not over. You can do this. But don't just believe it. Go out and prove it. Make it happen. I challenge you today. Write down, I gave my two kids, I met with them, was going to meet with them together, but ended up meeting with them individually. I gave them a leather-bound journal, and they'd both journal at times, but I gave them a leather-bound journal. I said, this is only for your dreams and your goals. Write them down and be confident doing it and follow up doing it and measure it and all those types of things. Put in an extra hour a day, journaling, dreaming. How can I be different than everyone else? What I did, I learned from Sam Walton. I visited other heating and air conditioning companies. I was in mixed groups. You know what I learned? How to be different, how to be better. how not to do it that way, how to do it a different way. It takes being different. I'm doing the same thing at Platinum RV Storage. I'm visiting other storage facilities. I'm learning how to do it differently, how to do it better, how to provide such a place where people go, wow, when they pull in here. And I've got a couple wows already in a short time I've been here. Lead your company with fire and faith and focus. Laser focused. I did a podcast on strictly that, the difference between focus and laser focus. You can, you will, if you believe in yourself and you have confidence. All right, if this hit home today with you, let me know. Share it with another business owner. I think we had over 7,000 views on this podcast right here. Over 7,000 views. That is huge for us just on this YouTube right here. There's a lot more in different areas we show it. So I appreciate you watching this all the way to the end. If you're still here, it means a lot. You're hungry. You're learning. You're going to be successful. You're going to do this. You know, you were built for much more than you know. God built you. He formed you in the womb. He named you in the womb. He loves you. He wants you to know him more. He wants you to know him better. If you rely on him, it's amazing what you can do together. But you were built for more. You were wired to win. You're a winner. You're not a loser. Don't give up yet. With God, you can do this. All right, folks. Thanks for dealing with the temporary. It will be around for a while. Please like and subscribe below. We appreciate you watching this. Have a great day. Carry on. God bless. Make this day the best day of your life, because we're not promised tomorrow. I'll see you later.